Hello and good day. Welcome to our video channel, God's Promises. And today's video, Bible verse, Psalm 91. Let's get started now. Psalm 91 is a powerful and well-known psalm that speaks of the protection and security that we can find in God. It is a source of comfort and hope for many people, especially during times of difficulty and uncertainty. In this essay, we will explore the meaning and symbolism of each verse of Psalm 91. Verse 1. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. This verse speaks of the security and protection that we can find by dwelling in God's presence. It uses the metaphor of a secret place and the shadow of the Almighty to describe the sense of safety and refuge that we can find in God. This verse teaches us to seek God's presence and to find our security in Him. Verse 2. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. This verse speaks of the importance of declaring our trust in God and affirming our confidence in His protection. It acknowledges that God is our refuge and fortress, and that we can trust Him to keep us safe. This verse teaches us to declare our faith in God and to find our security in Him. Verse 3. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. This verse speaks of the many dangers that we may face in life and the assurance that God can protect us from them. It uses the imagery of a fowler's snare and deadly pestilence to describe the many ways that we may be at risk, but it assures us that God can save us from these dangers. This verse teaches us to trust in God's protection and to seek His help in times of danger. Verse 4. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. This verse speaks of the tender care and protection that we can find in God. It uses the metaphor of a bird covering its young with its wings to describe the sense of safety and comfort that we can find in God's presence. This verse teaches us to trust in God's faithfulness and to find our security in His love and care. Verse 5. You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day. This verse speaks of the fear that we may feel in the face of danger and the assurance that we can find in God's protection. It acknowledges the many threats that we may face, but it assures us that we need not fear them because God is with us. This verse teaches us to trust in God's power and to find our security in His presence. Verse 6. Nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. This verse continues to speak of the many dangers that we may face in life and the assurance that God can protect us from them. It uses the imagery of pestilence and plague to describe the many ways that we may be at risk, but it assures us that God can save us from these dangers. This verse teaches us to trust in God's protection and to seek His help in times of danger. Verse 7. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. This verse speaks of the many people who may be affected by danger and the assurance that God can protect us from harm. It uses the imagery of a great multitude falling at our side to describe the extent of the danger, but it assures us that we can find safety and protection in God's presence. This verse teaches us to trust in God's power and to find our security in His love and care. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more inspirational content. See you in the next video. Wishing you a very happy day.